The New York Yankees have quietly discovered a game-changing addition that has transformed the way this team approaches winning. While the spotlight usually shines on the big names, the home run hitters, and the headline-grabbing stars, sometimes it's the subtler contributions that make all the difference. And that's exactly what has happened here. Lately, the Yankees have looked sharper, faster, and more dynamic, and a lot of that credit goes to the newest piece of the puzzle, Jose Cabirro. Since joining the team in that headline-grabbing deadline trade from the Tampa Bay Rays, he's not only brought energy to the roster, but has reshaped how the Yankees handle crucial moments on the field. The timing couldn't be better, with the team pushing hard toward October, trying to secure a spot where every win counts, and every base, every stolen base, and every strategic hit could be the difference between a series victory and heartbreak. Cabirro's impact is immediately visible when you watch him play. First, there's his speed, his ability to cover ground in the outfield, chase down balls that look like hits, and create chaos for opposing pitchers and defenses alike. But speed doesn't stop at fielding. He's also a major threat on the bases, leading the league in stolen bases and showing that he can turn a single into a momentum-shifting opportunity. There's a rhythm to his game that makes you notice him in every at-bat, every pitch, and every base-running decision. In high-stakes games, particularly in division matchups, that kind of threat can force pitchers to make mistakes, infielders to overthink, and entire teams to adjust their strategies in ways that open doors for the Yankees' power hitters. Versatility is another pillar of what makes Cabirro so valuable. While the Yankees are famously stocked with power in the outfield, having him able to rotate between outfield and infield positions has allowed the team to balance playing time for stars like Aaron Judge and GIANCARLO Stanton without sacrificing defensive coverage. Judge is still finding his way back into full-time outfield duty, and Stanton is an essential fixture in the lineup. Cabirro's ability to seamlessly step into multiple roles gives the Yankees a depth that is rare, especially at this stage of the season when injuries, fatigue, and the grind of a long schedule can strain even the most seasoned roster. With him, the Yankees can preserve their stars, experiment with lineups, and keep their lineup fresh while maintaining a competitive edge in every game. Beyond his physical skills, Cabirro brings a mentality that is perfectly suited to the Yankees' current needs. He embodies a pesky hitter mentality, one of those players who can frustrate pitchers, put pressure on defenses, and make plays that shift momentum. Tampa Bay cultivated this approach, turning him into a thorn for opponents, and now he's brought that same mindset to the Bronx. It's not just about hitting home runs, though he's shown he can do that too, but about consistently putting the ball in play, advancing runners, and finding ways to manufacture runs. In close games, that kind of reliability is invaluable, and it's exactly what the Yankees need as they push through the final stretch of the regular season toward playoff contention. In his early games with the Yankees, Cabirro's presence has been felt immediately. He's not only adapted to the new environment, but has thrived in it, providing highlight-worthy moments that keep fans engaged and the team confident. Against former teams, he's demonstrated an uncanny ability to rise to the occasion, delivering key hits and stolen bases when the game is on the line. His performance against teams like the St. Louis Cardinals and previously the Rays has shown that he can affect the outcome not just with power, but with intelligence, timing, and an understanding of the game that goes beyond statistics. This is a player who doesn't just play. He reads the game, anticipates situations, and forces the opposition into difficult choices. Even in a lineup known for its sluggers and record-breaking games, Cabirro's contributions are a reminder that baseball is multifaceted. While fans may cheer for 9 home run nights or jaw-dropping defensive plays, it's the combination of speed, strategy, and versatility that often decides the most critical matchups. Cabirro has become the glue guy, the spark that ignites rallies, and the quiet difference-maker who turns solid games into wins. He's the kind of player who can transform a team's approach at the plate and in the field, shifting momentum in ways that traditional stats don't always fully capture. The Yankees are seeing firsthand what happens when you pair raw talent with intelligent play, and Cabirro has become the embodiment of that philosophy. His statistical impact is undeniable, yet the real story goes beyond numbers. Hitting over 380 points since joining the Yankees, stealing multiple bases in key games, and contributing home runs in high-stakes situations illustrates just how comprehensive his game is. But equally important is the energy he injects into the clubhouse and on the field, the kind of presence that lifts teammates, keeps opponents on edge, and adds an extra layer of intensity to every series. Baseball is a game of small margins, and in September, when every game feels like a playoff matchup, having someone like Cabirro, who can affect the game in multiple dimensions, is priceless. The Yankees front office deserves credit as well, with the trade for Cabirro reflecting both foresight and strategic acumen. Acquiring a player who is under team control for several seasons while giving up minimal prospects demonstrates a balance between immediate competitiveness and long-term planning. The value of a player who can lead the league in stolen bases, cover multiple positions, and maintain a high batting average cannot be overstated. It's a move that strengthens the roster not just for today, but for the next few seasons, providing both a tactical edge and the kind of player who can set the tone in tight divisional races. Cabirro's integration into the Yankees lineup has also allowed the team to recalibrate its approach in games where the power bats alone aren't enough. In September, when pitching intensifies and every defensive play matters, having a player who can steal bases, get on, and move runners effectively gives the Yankees options that other teams simply don't have. That combination of speed, versatility, and a pesky hitting mentality elevates the entire roster, allowing the Yankees to approach games with a broader arsenal and a more dynamic strategy. It's exciting to witness a player like Cabirro evolve in real time with a team of this caliber. He brings not only tangible contributions in hits, stolen bases, and defensive plays, but also a style of play that invigorates the Yankees and makes every game feel unpredictable and exciting. From clutch performances against former teams to seamless adjustments in different positions, his presence is a constant reminder that baseball isn't just about big moments. It's about smart, adaptable, and relentless play, the kind that wins critical games when championships are on the line. Cabirro's speed is a weapon that cannot be overstated. It's not simply about outrunning a throw or chasing down a fly ball. It's about how his movement forces pitchers and defenders to rethink every decision. When he's on first base, every pitch matters. When he takes a lead, the tension rises. Each stolen base isn't just a statistic. It's a tactical advantage that creates scoring opportunities for the lineup behind him. In high-stakes games, especially against divisional rivals like the Blue Jays and the Red Sox, his speed could be the difference between a routine win and a pivotal game that changes the division race. The way he combines instinct, athleticism, and timing makes him a constant threat, one that can disrupt pitchers' rhythms and force defensive errors that swing games in the Yankees' favor. But Cabirro's value doesn't end at speed. His versatility allows the Yankees to rotate players without sacrificing quality in the field. With Judge gradually returning to outfield duties and Stanton remaining an essential cornerstone of the lineup, Cabirro can fill multiple positions seamlessly. His ability to move between the infield and outfield gives the manager options that are rare at this level, particularly late in a long season. Injuries, fatigue, and the demands of a tight September schedule require flexibility, and Cabirro provides exactly that. He ensures that the team maintains both defensive integrity and offensive firepower without having to overwork their stars. This kind of adaptability becomes invaluable when every game counts, especially as the Yankees look to secure the best position possible heading into the playoffs. Equally important is his mental approach to the game. Cabirro embodies the pesky hitter mentality that can frustrate pitchers and disrupt opposing defenses. He doesn't just wait for perfect pitches. He works counts, puts pressure on infielders, and turns every at-bat into a strategic battle. This mindset was honed during his time with Tampa Bay, and it's exactly what the Yankees needed, a player who can turn seemingly small opportunities into pivotal moments. In close games, where one run can decide the outcome, having a player who understands the subtleties of the game and acts with precision under pressure is invaluable. His presence forces opposing pitchers and managers to adjust, often in ways that benefit the Yankees lineup as a whole. Caballero's early performances with the Yankees have confirmed what fans hoped for and more. Against former teams, particularly the Rays, he has shown an uncanny ability to elevate his game. He has delivered crucial hits, stolen multiple bases in high-pressure situations, and even contributed home runs when the game was on the line. This combination of impact plays and strategic execution makes him one of the most exciting new additions to the roster. Watching him navigate these games, it's clear that his influence goes beyond numbers. He reads the field, anticipates plays, and consistently positions himself to maximize his impact. Every stolen base, every smart hit, and every defensive shift contributes to victories that feel earned rather than merely powered by the long ball. The intangible effects of Caballero's presence are just as significant. His energy on the field lifts the entire team, and his competitiveness is contagious. In September, when every game feels like a playoff matchup, having a player who brings constant pressure to the opposition and consistently generates opportunities for the Yankees creates both confidence and momentum. His ability to combine speed, versatility, and mental toughness elevates the team as a whole, allowing the Yankees to approach games with a broader strategy rather than relying solely on power. This unpredictability makes them more difficult to prepare for, and it gives the team a mental edge in tight divisional races. Credit also goes to the Yankees' front office for executing the trade that brought Caballero to the Bronx. Securing a player with multiple tools, under team control for years to come, while giving up minimal prospects reflects both foresight and strategic planning. Acquiring someone who can lead the league in stolen bases, cover multiple positions, and maintain a high batting average is a win for both immediate performance and long-term roster stability. This move strengthened the Yankees not just for the present season, but for the foreseeable future, creating a foundation of depth, flexibility, and tactical advantage. Caballero is more than a player. He is an investment in the team's continued competitiveness. His role in the lineup has allowed the Yankees to recalibrate how they approach games that aren't simply defined by power. In late-season matchups, where pitchers tighten up and defenses are sharper, having Caballero on base, moving runners, and creating scoring opportunities without needing a home run is crucial. This type of contribution enhances the team's overall strategy, making each game a multi-layered chess match rather than a predictable slugfest. His presence creates space for the Stars to excel, while also adding new dimensions to the Yankees' offense. Speed, adaptability, and mental tenacity combine to produce a roster that is versatile, aggressive, and prepared for the challenges of the postseason. Watching Caballero evolve with the Yankees has been a thrilling experience for fans. From his seamless transition between positions to his timely contributions in key games, every moment reinforces the idea that baseball is not just about raw talent. It's about intelligence, anticipation, and consistent effort. His addition elevates not just individual performance, but the morale and cohesion of the team. Each stolen base, each hit in a clutch situation, and each smart play in the field is a reminder of how a single player can influence the dynamics of a top-tier team. Caballero has become a central figure in the Yankees' push for divisional supremacy and a critical factor as they enter the most decisive stretch of the season. As the regular season moves deeper into September, the importance of players like Caballero becomes even more apparent. His ability to influence the game in multiple ways, through hitting, base running, fielding, and strategic awareness, provides the Yankees with a competitive advantage that extends beyond traditional statistics. Every run he advances, every opportunity he creates, and every defensive play he makes contributes to both immediate victories and the team's confidence heading into playoffs. The combination of tangible results and intangible energy makes him indispensable in the Yankees' quest for a strong finish, providing depth, versatility, and momentum in equal measure. Caballero's emergence is the perfect example of how baseball is a game of nuance. While the long ball and highlight reels draw attention, it's the smart, adaptable, and persistent players like him who often determine the outcome of the most critical games. By blending speed, versatility, and a relentless competitive spirit, Cabirro has transformed the Yankees into a team capable of competing at the highest level in every situation. His presence ensures that each game is an opportunity, each inning is a strategic battle, and each series becomes a platform for the Yankees to assert dominance over the competition. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The news that GIANCARLO Stanton is leaving the New York Yankees and heading to the Seattle Mariners has spread like wildfire across the baseball world. And while neither organization has formally announced every detail, the rumor mill has been churning nonstop with speculation, reactions, and disbelief. Stanton, who arrived in the Bronx with enormous fanfare, was supposed to be the centerpiece of a power-hitting lineup built to intimidate pitchers and deliver championships. Instead, what fans experienced over the years was a mixture of awe-inspiring home runs, long stretches of frustration with injuries, and an ongoing debate about whether his massive contract was a blessing or a curse. Whispers around Yankee Stadium in recent weeks suggested that the front office had grown weary of waiting for Stanton's bat to carry the team back to glory, and while fans remain divided, the outcome seems to have been inevitable. For Seattle, a team always searching for that elusive combination of power and consistency, the arrival of Stanton is being painted as a bold move that could change their trajectory and finally provide them with the kind of offensive anchor the franchise has lacked for years, especially as they continue to chase relevancy in a competitive American League. The Yankees' decision to part ways with Stanton is being discussed as the end of an era, and not just for the player himself, but for the organizational philosophy that defined the last several seasons. For so long, New York was committed to building around big sluggers, investing in raw power rather than balance, and Stanton symbolized that strategy in every possible way. Yet despite his tape-measure home runs and the rare nights where he seemed unstoppable, the Yankees could never quite put it all together during his tenure, often running into postseason disappointment and raising questions about whether the approach was sustainable. Critics say the team relied too heavily on the long ball and not enough on adaptability, and Stanton's presence in the lineup was both the proof of that philosophy and, paradoxically, its limitation. With Aaron Judge emerging as the unquestioned face of the franchise, it seemed increasingly clear that Stanton's shadow loomed awkwardly over the roster. Now that he is reportedly moving to Seattle, fans are wondering whether the Yankees will finally pivot toward a more versatile approach to lineup construction, or whether they will simply seek out the next big name to fill the void and repeat the same cycle yet again. For the Mariners, the acquisition of Stanton is being viewed with a blend of excitement and skepticism, because while his power is undeniable, his durability has always been a point of contention. Seattle's front office has long been accused of playing it safe when it comes to acquiring star power, and this rumored trade suggests a dramatic shift in strategy. By bringing in Stanton, they're not only making a bet on his ability to stay healthy and deliver big numbers, but also signaling to their fan base that the time for rebuilding excuses has passed. Mariners supporters, who have endured decades of near misses and false dawns, are hungry for something different, and Stanton's arrival offers a glimmer of hope that the team might finally be ready to compete consistently with the heavyweights of the league. There is already chatter that Stanton's presence in the lineup could take pressure off the younger players, giving them more freedom to develop, while pitchers are forced to pitch around his intimidating bat. Of course, skeptics are quick to point out that adding one big slugger has rarely been enough to transform a team's fortunes overnight, and that the Mariners will need to surround him with depth and pitching if this bold experiment is to succeed. As with any blockbuster rumor, the emotional reactions from fans have been loud and passionate, with Yankees supporters split between relief and disappointment, while Mariners faithful are cautiously optimistic. In New York, some fans are celebrating the end of what they saw as a failed chapter, one marked by unmet expectations and too many stretches of Stanton's sideline by nagging injuries. Others, however, feel the Yankees gave up on a player who, when healthy, remained one of the most dangerous hitters in the game, capable of changing the outcome of any contest with a single swing. Meanwhile, in Seattle, the excitement is palpable, with fans already imagining Stanton launching home runs into the cool night air at T-Mobile Park and giving the team a true marquee attraction for the first time in years. Yet, underlying the excitement is a nervous awareness of the risks, the salary commitments, the possibility of recurring injuries, and the question of whether Stanton's best days are behind him. This emotional tug-of-war has made the rumor all the more compelling, as it taps into both hope and fear, two emotions that define sports fandom in its purest form. The larger baseball landscape is buzzing about what this rumored trade says about the state of both franchises and the league as a whole. For the Yankees, moving on from Stanton represents not only a shift in personnel, but also an opportunity to redefine themselves in a way that better suits the modern game, one that values speed, defense, and versatility just as much as raw power. For the Mariners, is a rare chance to make headlines and shake off the perception of being perennial outsiders in the American League playoff race. Analysts are already debating who benefits more in the long run, with some insisting New York has freed itself from a burden, while others argue Seattle has just acquired the kind of superstar who can energize an entire city. What seems undeniable is that Stanton's departure from the Yankees marks a turning point in his career and in the identity of two franchises heading in different directions. Whether this move proves to be a rebirth for Stanton in a new setting or a gamble that backfires spectacularly will only become clear with time. But for now, the rumor has injected new drama into the baseball world, reminding everyone why the sport thrives on moments of uncertainty and change. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.